That's the wrong one. All right. So we're gonna chop it up on here, and I wait as people come in. The one person that's on there is my monitor that I put up so I could see what's going on. So we got three people on, or three people on here now. So we're just chopping it up while we're waiting for people to get on. Basically, tonight's topic is
What up? What
the,
up?
the
What's good, people?
lifelong of hip hop with diss tracks and beats in the street. We're took it to the streets, and you know, all the way from the late '80s through the '90s up to now. There's Decon Doneem, co-host, out of South Jersey from
What's good,
Wildwood,
people? What's good, people?
the legendary, Staten Island Blood, Bloodline Mercury from the Force MDs, and Woo. So we got a good topic for tonight. Hope everybody stays tuned. It's gonna be dope. So we're just waiting for people to get in here, and we're gonna chop it up. We just listen to a little music in the background, and any questions you guys got, you can ask us right now. So everybody on there, you can say hi. Um, so welcome.
What's good, people? What's good,
Uh,
people?
Italiano, number one fan. What up, yo? Um, she's one of our monitors, so pay attention to those nasty people on there that, the haters. Now they could say stuff as long as it's not nasty. They could say, as long as it's not dirty, and they can make jokes or whatever. But as long as it's not, being offensive you know, uh, to the ladies or, they can make fun of me all they want until it gets dirty, So the haters make us better creators. So, um,
Factual.
yeah, I want to let you in, bro. That's the wrong one. You got to go. Says live on. So, welcome, Italiana. Who else is on here? Giggles is on here. I know he's going to be on here any second. There he is. There's Gigs. He's on here so he can
Shit
remind me
alive.
the
Shit
topics that.
alive.
Yeah, share it live, everybody. With any of your friends, I sent it out, but you know how that goes. You're looking here, give it to me. There's two or three of them going on. Yeah, I go to the one that's got 3 viewers. Hold on. There it is. There we go. Here we are. So, we got Tayana. She's a faithful person on here. We got Giggles on here, and I'm not quite sure who the other person is. Let's see who is on. Oh, big tits. Oh, big boobs. There's big boobs on here. All right, big boobs. Our loyal fan base here and friends.
That's a fact. Salute to everybody in the
Yo,
building.
yeah, everybody here is our loyal people. If you want to send out requests or tell people to get on, I'd really appreciate it because the more people we get on, we're like 30 seconds away from. That's just not really, but we're like literally. If I could show you on what it looks like on our page, we're like that far from getting monetized on YouTube, and we need this content. Welcome to who is on here now. Not quite sure who just got on here, but welcome. And our subjects tonight are going to be about the rap beefs and rap disses and trap tracks, and people got murdered over some of these. From the late '80s to up to date now, and Decon's going to talk about some subjects he knows about more about, and you have any people you want to ask us to talk about some rap beefs in the future if we're not covering it or disses, we'll be glad to do so. So subscribe if you haven't already. Appreciate it. Wanted to ask Decon if he was born when. Were you born when Tender Love was out? Italiano asks.
When it came out, yeah.
How old were you? Like 3?
Um, it depends on what year it came out because
Did it come out like 88?
I was born in '86, so
So
I'm
you'd be like
thinking,
2.
yeah, something like that. I'm thinking,
I can do my research right now.
yeah, I'm
I'll
thinking
see.
somewhere around there it came out. I'm not really sure the exact
Well, right.
year.
So what year did Tender Love from the Force MDs come out? Tender Love by the Force MDs was released in 1980. Well, when you were born. No, a year before you're born, 1985.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, so
Yeah,
I was born.
yeah. Well, you're probably made on that song. So yeah.
That's crazy.
Yo, baby, this is my new hit song. You probably got a lot of women that way, bro. That's what R&B singers do. They sing to the ladies. So yeah, welcome, welcome. So let me start it off. I wrote down a list. What's the first one there? We're not going to talk about True or no. We're going to talk about him right now. Let me get the book back. Let's see. So there's Mystical. It had a rap battle set up against UNLV in 1996, and they made a diss track, and it was pretty serious. It went to the streets. They don't get much detail, but later on in life, um, they used that in 2001. The beef, the song, the track that they made was Juvenile did in 2001. Um, so do you remember that beef at all with Mystical and UNLV?
Nah, I don't remember.
No. So
But that's
the one I remember, Yellow Boy. I didn't know he was a street cat though. Yellow Boy.
he's like indie, right?
He was with NWA,
Okay, okay.
and I didn't know. He was doing his thing, signing artists and stuff, and he got murdered in I think 1997. I said, is that right?
Oh man,
Let me
that's
look that up
unfortunate.
too. So he got murdered, and there was rumors that Birdman, you know. So let me see here. Where What year did Yellow Boy from NWA die? Eric Easy. No, yeah. He's gonna do his. That's what he's here to do. Do that research for me. So we're gonna wait for that issue.
Yeah,
But I believe it was like I said in the documentary I was watching. And to be honest with you, I didn't realize a lot of these rap beefs were quiet, but that's when true rap beefs were in the street and you didn't snitch and talk about it. My era.
yeah,
You didn't talk about that stuff. That's why it was hidden from the world until now.
yeah.
So he's still alive.
Nah, that's a big fact.
Yeah.
Things was
So
definitely more kept out of the media, out of the public back then. It's the era of
yeah.
social media these days. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, everybody want to go viral. Everybody, you got certain platforms paying. They paying people to come to them with footage of famous people or whatever the case, and everybody's chasing content. You know what I'm saying? It's the era of content right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what everybody's on, man. It's crazy.
Tayana said she was 9 years old when that song came out.
Yeah.
Well, I was 11. That song came out. No, 10. 10. It was 1985. I was born in 75, so it's 10. So yeah, you're barely known at that time.
Mhm.
Known of, who knows? You might have been known, just didn't know it yet. It might have been in the, it depends what time of the year. What's your birthday?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Um, the 8th of September.
No, that would have been, that would have been in 86 that you met your mother. Now, did your mother and him date for a while, or is it just, a small romance or dating or
I don't really, it's hard to say. I never really got into like what
right? You didn't
happened
ask your
back.
mother.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I never really
Yeah.
got into what happened back then or whatever. But
Hmm. So yeah, what was the beef that you were talking about? Um,
it wasn't really
uh,
more so a beef. It was just like I came across a couple things basically geared towards the takeoff murder, and they were saying that the guy that I guess the guy that pulled the trigger the night of whatever happened with takeoff, whatever the case, um the attorney he hired is he one of his clients is Jboss, which is Jboss, pardon me,
ah,
Jay Prince, which is the father of Jay Prince Jr., who was allegedly at the scene of the murder. So it's a lot of speculation going on right now about who was responsible for what and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it's crazy,
You
man.
know, that it's awful that those things still happen. It's like you get in this business, you keep it out of the streets, but then our first instinct is to bring it to the streets because that's what we know. You know, that's where our behavior is like trained behavior. Like, and that's the first thing I think of. You know what I mean? If I didn't have people to stop me, you know what I mean? Like
And
yeah,
back then, to me, that's what was a little bit better back then when it came to the way they used to handle the artists and protect their investments back then. Because now it's just like a free fall. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's
yeah,
everywhere. You got everybody mingling with everybody. It's not like before you would have to be in a certain club in a certain bracket. You know what I'm saying? In a certain tax bracket, even. But now it's just like everybody's mixed in, and it could be dangerous because you could have guys around you, who don't really, have nothing to lose and things of that nature. And when it's like that, man, anything could transpire. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
a lot of times when you got people that's come together with the same common interest and they have things to lose, and they got investments going, and they're not worried about the little petty things that somebody might be worried about who can't pay their cell phone bill. You know what I'm saying? So it's
right,
like,
right.
no
I
disrespect to the
remember I talked about it. I talked about it's terrible that those things happen. Dude, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I had thought in my mind before I lose it. It's like that whole East Coast West Coast battle. That was a big thing in my lifetime. In my growing up, I was, you know, um, like I told you the story. I'll repeat myself. Some people already heard it as, out in Troy doing my thing. Getting money and stuff. Not, you know, living a straight and narrow. And I was in my limousine, and my boy Mac uh, said we got to meet this guy, and he was like, just he's dropping something off for me. He gets in the limousine. He's like, "Yo, don't tell anybody you got this for me." And he gave it to him in a brown paper bag, and it was a cassette tape, a copy of Snoop Dogg's new album, the first album. And I'm like, "What? We going through this for that?" That's how serious it was back then. And you know,
yeah,
you catch that on a highlight. I said that before. I was like, that was the highlight of our last interaction, Decon.
yeah,
And that's really like how serious it was. I mean, it did get later on. It was serious, but not quite as serious, But you
yeah.
hear different rumors. That, I heard E40 uh talking on a thing saying that he was put a he bought a gun to get he got a gun just to kill Biggie Smalls. Never happened.
Damn.
He wanted to kill him. I was like,
Damn.
I'm hearing this on a show. Like, is there facts about it? I don't know, but I heard him talking about it and other people talking about it that were with him. So at that
Yeah.
point, I can't really say now. I'll stop myself real quick. Italiano said she still plays your dad's song "Tender Love" to this day. So, welcome anybody that is here. That's new.
Shout
Welcome,
out to
welcome. We're
everybody in
talking
the
about
building.
long beefs from back in the day to now, like current rap beefs, hip hop beefs. Most of them went to the streets back in the '90s. That's how it was. And back to my story, you got the rap beef between Biggie and Tupac. More and more I hear, I always thought that wasn't a real beef. Like Biggie really didn't want the
I
beef with,
mean,
and he wasn't behind the shooting. He wasn't behind this. The more
they.
and more I hear facts about it, the more and more it sounds
I
like he
don't
might
think.
have.
I don't think Biggie had a lot of hands in a lot of stuff that happened to Tupac back then. I think it was more so Diddy. You know what I mean? I think it was more so Puff and whatever they was going through. But it's crazy because it's a couple different theories about why they started beefing. It didn't even really have nothing to do with the music for real, for real. But it's not really nothing for me to really get too deep about because it's speculation. So I'm not gonna
Yeah, it's all
speculate on it.
speculation, but that was part of my history. Growing up in that,
Hmm.
deep in that,
Hmm.
because I was heavy. I mean, if you in the streets like I was and making money like I was, and you want to be in the hip hop scene, but you're the people. I was the person people rapped about. You know what I mean? And there's that to this day. There's a lot of songs that people wrote about me, and crazy. And
Yeah.
to this day, I listen to them on a regular basis, even if the song sucks. Have my name in it. Shout me out.
Hmm.
Made a whole song, couple songs about me, at least that I know of, and then a couple that say some things that I used to do and referring to me. It was pretty dope, when they explained it to me, and so I listen to a lot of that music still. But that beef to me was
That's
real
tough.
because I took it to the heart, and that might be why I love Tupac's music, but I was always like only listening to Biggie,
Hmm.
like, and not that I was like, yeah, Tupac's all right, he had some bangers, but I'm just Biggie Small. I it might have just been in the back of my mind always, but I'm from New York, I'm from Jersey, so it's like I'm an East Coast, hip hop fan, and
Well, Pac is from
that
New York.
huh? He
Pac's
was
from New
originally from
York,
New York, but he
technically.
claimed the West Side though. It was kind of, you know what I
Uh,
mean? He claimed the West
uh,
Side. He was from Harlem. I only know Tupac's story because I watched documentaries and movies and things like that. I knew more about Biggie just because he rapped about it, and I watched I paid attention to him, and a lot of people if I was locked up or just on the street knew Biggie, and
yeah.
so I knew a lot of people that knew Biggie. I just never got to meet him. Cuba got to meet Biggie. He actually went and tried to do like a couple ad libs or some Spanish sounds for a track, and he wrote he made the hook for Santeria or Santa. I can't
Hmm.
remember what it's called for Diddy. He never
Hmm.
got credit for it. Fat Joe took credit for that, but Cuban he wrote that hook long before he was ever with Fat Joe. He had that
Yeah.
in his Rolodex. You know what I mean, for a later
Hmm.
project.
Yeah, that
So
hook was fire.
so the beef thing, it's like, hearing more and more about it, if you think about it, when Biggie Smalls called the radio station and told everybody that Snoop was recording in Brooklyn and Red Hook, and then they went and shot up the building. I mean, he called that out. He told them, that was a shot. That was a shot caller. He did that right
Yeah.
on the radio. Everybody heard that. So there's no way that he didn't cause that to happen. So I mean, he's got that behind him, like that type of power and and things like that. But I mean,
Hmm.
so I might say that, like, some people I know in the industry, inside information, really feel that he had something to do with Pac.
Yeah.
So whether it's Crip association with Diddy, or whatever. I might, they got somebody, Tupac, supposing, there are rumors that Snoop Dogg had something to do with it, you know.
Dang.
So I've been hearing that a lot. I've been hearing those rumors. Well, I never thought of Snoop Dogg doing it. I never thought of any Suge Knight doing it. I just figured it was. I always thought it was. I used to have this gut feeling. I never liked Diddy. I used to think Diddy was responsible for everybody's death. You know, I just felt like
Mhm.
he was dirty like that. Because Biggie gone, he got all those all his rights to his music.
Yeah, that was crazy.
What about his family? I don't know whatever happened
And
with
then he
that, but
decided to give him back control of everything once the catalog ran dry. That was kind of
yeah,
crazy.
yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. And Fat Joe claimed he did music with a whole album with Biggie. Don't you think if Diddy had that, he would have released some hot tracks to make that money?
Yes, he definitely would have.
So he would use and abuse his power on that music. You know what I mean? So it's, another cat like Joe, another cat like Joe. But I'm sorry we always get off track here, but we're still talking about disses. And a little bit later on tonight, I'm going to play our new a young artist that we have. I call him Young JB, Young J Boss. And he's someone I met through my future ex-wife. Soon or later will be exes. We're still married, but her daughter's significant other. He's a dope rapper. Any. I think he can sing. He kind of does that like Drake thing a little bit, but his own style. It's newer type music, but it's something I could tolerate. And he just made a song. With my producer Giggles, and he helped with the beat, fixed the beat, lined it, kind of mastered it, and it's a dope song. We're gonna play that a little bit later tonight. We have no video for it yet because I can't. It's hard to get him out here with the marital problems I'm having right now, and he isn't always responding to me, and I understand why. So you don't want to you don't want to get in trouble by his girlfriend, which is his stepdaughter. So. Um, that's gonna be dope when you guys hear that. We got a bunch of songs that we've been doing with him, and we just can't. We got to get the music videos set up. I think everybody will enjoy it, and so yeah. So anything else out? What's going on in Jersey?
Everything, a little bit of everything, man. Just working, producing, man. Staying focused, grinding. Staying
You were
blessed
doing some
up,
music
man.
videos the other night. I couldn't get you on because you do. I think it was Saturday night because you're doing music videos, right?
Yeah, yup. Locked in, man, in the lab, man. Honing these film skills and,
Yeah,
I'm saying, moving around a little bit.
yeah. We got to get more Cuban Link videos done. I'm thinking this summer, if when we get a chance, and we're gonna we're gonna kill it this summer. And we gonna need we need to. The weather will be good. A lot of the songs that we have would be better out here where we live at with the scenery. I want to make it back out to Cape Cod to do another song. That was dope. Do something on the ocean again. That'd be dope to do that. And
Hmm.
maybe within the next year. I like the I'd rather go there when it's warmer so we can enjoy the beach. you know.
Yeah,
Um, maybe even do like a summer version of something.
yeah.
You got some songs that might, be good on the beach. Maybe some more of his more Spanish songs. More Caribbean type beats.
Hmm.
That'll be dope. So let's talk about the whole. And if people on here know about, that know Cuban, that know that we work with Cuban a lot, and his beef with Fat Joe, and for what 20 years now, and we created a song because Fat Joe referred to Cuban, and he's on our thing, and I think he referred it to us too. You know, the dirty section, so we claimed it, and he definitely said that to Cuban about the SMD. So we made a dope song, and Decon made the song, and uh, uh, Gigs made the music video, and now it's up. So check that out. We might play that tonight a little bit for anybody. Show the video. You know, it worked out pretty good last time I was on, showing videos and playing music the way we are. So once I get my get a chance to get all my camera stuff hooked up and get it right, we're gonna go on go on all the platforms, and we can start showing the videos and music right through the without having to do it through a speaker. You guys can hear it the way you're supposed to hear it. Although it comes out pretty good on here. So um I think while we're waiting for more people to come in, Decon, why don't we play um wanna I'll play that Dirty Section song and see if we can get you wanna move the speaker back a little bit because I'm gonna turn it up a little bit, and then I'm gonna see if I can get my camera doesn't turn. What did I do wrong? Look at it. It used to turn all the time. Now I can't get it to turn. Weird. There must be something I did to this sticking phone. Well, last time I was able to get it so I can uh watch the tell me if you see the screen here. Let me know.
Yeah, I see it.
Is that good? Move the
Mm-hmm.
speaker. All right.
Yeah, that's good.
Uh, all right. We'll play Dirty Section right here. Here's the Dirty Section. Like I said, Decon Doneem made the music and gigs from Jboss Ent, and Decon's with Jboss Ent too. Here's our Jboss Entertainment. So here we go. Some of you already heard this. Decon, you hear it?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, turning it up.
What did he say? Good.
Turn it up.
Turn it up. Turn it up. I got the volume right here. Did you say turn it up?
Yeah.
All right, I got you. Shoot the messenger, chopping out a nail sex. Say my name when you address. Settle for the dirty section. Yeah. You said you started friends? That's cute. We Arthur Darius. You lit a spark. We built the furnace. Turn the block to embers. Claiming you the blueprint, but we the architects. You trace the lines and pencil. We engraved it in the marble steps. The mansion so big, you need a map to find the kitchen. Only map you ever had was directions to the fiction. Talking about you robbed the gym as just a little kid. Had them help you carry weight, yet you still need assistance. You said you mind your biz, but you the one who sparked the flame. Throw a rock and hide your hand and scream somebody said my name. Name dropping legends like they sitting at your table. But every time the bill come due, you suddenly unavailable. Said you never touched a dime from a widow publisher. Paperwork was punching back, that court date was humbling. You eating glizzies by the dozen, call it cereal thrills. We ain't talking breakfast when we say you cereal with the spills. You claim 3 coasts like geography was costly. King of everywhere, that's a throne with no hallway. Retired every summer, then you back just for fun. That's like quitting every round, but still asking who won. They say your verse new, but it's dust with cologne. This ain't bars with a facelift, that's a flip on a clone. Dirty section carved different, pressure cook the imposters. You microwave legends, we slow brew the monsters. J-Ball then change stamped on the crate when the ship. Talk TV text, every word on your lip.
Yeah.
Weight on your shoulders, we pinch that and rest. You heavy on excuses, we heavy on text. Yeah. As you tell them like you blessed. Burn them bridges, lock them next. God, Lord, you're not impressed. Welcome to the dirty section. Shoot the messenger, tell it. Talk about it now, sex. Say my name when you address it.
settle for the dirty section. Yeah. You beef with a hustler who turned quarters to dollars. And you salty because the scale don't tip in your favor, scholar. 50 reasons why the jokes hit harder than pride, yeah. When the truth weigh heavy, it's hard to let it slide, yeah. Pieces on pieces, but when the solo drum, you rent the spotlight monthly, we build it from stump, yeah. Billboard never crowned you, that's cool, we ain't down. We stack wins underground, make the stellar feel like mountains. Rumors from former squad members, fabric soft in the talk. You press the wrinkle in the coupe, just to iron your clout. Dirty section, yeah, you say it, but you don't live it. You just visit for the photo op. We the ones who built it. You said you young forever, whole life ahead, but every time you drop a classic, it's deja vu instead. Claiming ghostwriters on Kings just to sound elite. But your penny GPS and keep losing the street. You a walking contradiction wrapped in designer threads. Say you done with the game and you pop back in the threads like a boxer that retired but still shadowing mirrors. Swinging at reflections, we swinging at careers. We don't block testers, we build corridors. You build a house of hype, we build the corridors. If respect was currency, you bankrupt in seconds. We invested in silence, not as compound lessons. Dirty sections stamped in the mud, where we stand. If you mention the team, better mention Nick Grant. If I didn't that's a whole again. Wanted dirty talk. Welcome to the scene. Elijah tell gon' block you blessings. Burning bridges, law connection, talk connection. The dialogue is not impressive, not impressive. Welcome to the dirty section. We shoot the messenger for cheddar. Talking about a nanoseconds. Say my name when you address it. I'll settle for the dirty section. Dirty section. Dirty section talk. Jboss Ent.
All right. That was our for people who already
Yeah.
heard it, I'm sure that was dope. I love that track. That was Dirty Section, was this track kind of by Jboss Ent to Fat Joe and um, for his what he, words to, about the dirty section and the SMD to Cuban, that was our way of, responding. So we claim it. No, rather have a section, even if it's dirty. That's how I look at it. You gave us a section now. I'm running with it. So we the official dirty section. Thank you, Fat Joe, the beluga. But so anyways, welcome to all new people. Decon, Deneen, the legendary son of Mercury. Anybody new on here? We did have a couple new people. Uh so welcome, and we're back to our topics about. I'm going to continue on about that whole East Coast West Coast beef because I feel like that was the biggest beef that one of the longest lasting ones, through the '90s, and
Hmm.
um, it's sad that Biggie and Tupac lost their life. And like I said, there's all these people, rumors, and things, and the guy from the West Coast there, the Crip there, forgot what his name was, Keefy D.
Hmm.
They tried to, he got arrested. They took him out, arrested him for Tupac, right?
Yeah.
So he testified, and he got immunity supposedly, but that doesn't mean they're immune from other. They said that in the movie, anyways. He signed some paper if he admits that he did it.
Yeah.
So honestly, I don't know what the outcome. What was the outcome of that?
I think he just got himself in hot water because he was talking too much and like trying to
Right.
make himself seem relevant. I don't even think
Mm.
he really played a intricate role in that man's murder. I just think that he wanted clout, he was talking too much, and that was the result of him acting like he
But
did
you don't
something that
think
he didn't.
his little cousin did it? You don't think his little cousin did it?
I mean, it could be, you know.
Mm.
Inquiring minds would like to know, but I don't. As far as Keefe D being locked up for it, I think that's wrong.
Like he didn't pull the trigger, but maybe he was there.
He said he was there,
Right.
but who really knows? Who really knows what really? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He definitely did say
that's
he was there.
crazy. So
Yeah.
Biggie's though, that they still haven't solved Biggie's murder, right? Or did they?
Um. Nah.
Yeah, they still don't know who Biggie is. I mean, I thought I heard someone say after all these years, they found out who killed Biggie, but I don't remember. You know, there's all these rumors and it ends up not being true online.
I
So,
think they
like
were
we said,
saying it.
like they were saying, RZA died. You know, like it's all fake news. You
Yeah,
know, a lot of that. You know, like the Justin Bieber. Every time you turn around, they're saying Justin Bieber's dead. You know what I mean? So,
yeah,
so I watched. I was trying to figure out how MGK you know, he had that beef with Eminem, and I feel like that was, you know, he was very smart with it because it ended up giving a punk rock career, you know, and he ended up getting Megan Fox when he did that, and he got into movies. So
yeah.
shortly after he did that disc, he got in a movie uh, in 2019, which I just watched last night. It was like the what was it called? Dirt, Gigs, Dirt. It was called Dirt. The movie we watched, Dirt.
Oh, Dirk, the Dirk.
It was called The Dirt, and it was about Motley Crue, and he played
Tommy Lee.
Tommy Lee in it.
Yeah,
And I couldn't understand because he had so many tattoos. I was like, they must have blocked his tattoos out. But it shows but he played that, and then right after that he became a punk rock star. And he did a song called Bloody Valentine. But I feel like that beef actually boosted his career, the one with Eminem, because now he's in movies. He's in the movie Power with Jamie Foxx. He was in the that movie is you know, he's one of the stars in the movie. So,
yeah.
yeah, it ended up working out for him. His net worth became a lot more, you know?
That
I don't know if he's still signed with, Diddy or not. I mean, you know, Diddy's in the clink. I don't know how that works, but, um, I'm sure if Diddy had a contract with him, he still got the contract. Just you know, he just in jail. So I don't know how that works. So I don't know where his money goes. But, unless
I think
they had
once
who's
I
running
think
Diddy's
once
business?
I think once
Oh,
a
he's
lot
in
of
jail.
artists. Oh, I'm pretty sure it's probably his mother or like his
One of his
children or
loyal
one of
sons.
their managers. Huh?
One of his loyal sons.
Yeah, possibly.
Which one? I mean, so a lot of his sons turned on him, right? Two, one of them, anyways.
I don't.
I heard.
I ain't hear that. I'm not really sure. Did they?
No,
Did
I did hear that. It's the lighter skinned dude. I feel like
Oh
you know
yeah,
the son. You know the son of the one that like his you know they're accusing him of killing his ex. You know his ex
Wolf.
wife or something.
Yeah, is it Wolf?
That son,
Graham, whoever Graham is.
Graham.
So the son's Graham.
Graham. And, Gig said he just looked it up. Graham, whoever Graham is, that's who's running his business.
Yeah,
And I don't know who that is. Do you?
me
I have no
either.
idea. I don't know.
No. So. But yeah,
That's
it's
crazy.
crazy because welcome to everybody here. We here talking about you know, long feuds in the hip hop game. The one I grew up in was the whole East Coast West Coast, but there was quite a few ones that you don't hear about. That's because the air I come from, you didn't talk about it. You kept it in the streets and you didn't snitch on yourself, you know. But that's what they
Right.
doing these days, you know, in the music. And you know, we were hearing that whole thing with Scarface and the record label. Uh calling talking about their you know shouting out they got in a lot of trouble they were trying to cover up and they got away with it for a long time with the you know moving drugs or something with you know with the DEA and even got a guy caught for doing crooked stuff so that kept the focus off them so they got away with for many years his record label you know Scarface with the yeah, have you ever heard about that?
No, that's crazy. I never heard about that. The Ghetto Boys.
Yeah, but their record label who was that
They
forgot who that
was they with Rap a Lot?
Rap a Lot, that was it, right? Rap a Lot
Yeah,
was under investigation for moving drugs by the
yeah,
DEA, and they
yeah.
came in and started doing music and calling out the DEA, and they came after them even harder because of the saying they're talking trash about the DEA, and making them look bad. And ultimately they end up going a long time and taking the focus off of themselves because one of the cops got in trouble for stealing drugs and using his after he got demoted from that case he flashed his DA badge getting cars, taking drug dealers' cars, confiscating them, taking their money. Typical crooked cop stuff.
Crooked stuff.
And
Yeah.
crooked, like, and he comes like from that movie that Nicolas Cage was in. You know, it was in Louisiana
Yeah.
as a cop. I didn't know Rap a Lot Records was in Louisiana.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, he got dropped down to the cop got dropped down, and when he's a federal agent. But that's crazy that it, more and more today we're finding out about the crooked cops. But we didn't back in the
Yeah.
day because there wasn't the social media, nor the cameras, nor the people that have phones that just start recording everything as soon as they see something. And then the hidden
Yeah.
cameras, like what's his name there? Afro Man. He a legend, bro. He a legend. And Afro Man is definitely unique, but he's from Compton. He grew up in Compton as young when, and he's Crip associated. You should check out one of his videos doing a Crip walk in Compton. He made a song out there. Pretty dope. And he got hit. He got in trouble for they tried to sue him for the music he made. I think it was called Lemon Pound Cake. He came up because one of the cops on camera was stealing his lemon pound cake. We were doing the raid, and then he got on camera stealing his money. So they got in a lot of trouble, but they still tried to sue him. So he beat his civil suit that they tried to sue him, and he never went after them and sued them because he wasn't trying to do all that. But he definitely he won his case, and I'm happy to see that because it happens to too many people where they get railroaded just because of who they are. But at least he was able to he dresses up in an American flag suit to represent America, freedom of speech, and all that stuff. And he's played some dope music since then. So check Afro Man out. Dope, dope, dope. So welcome everybody that's on here. Uh, Send a like and subscribe if you haven't already. In a little while, we're gonna play one of our young artists that up and coming. I call him Young Jboss. He goes by YJB. Gonna play one of his new song that come out, and we're gonna do that quite shortly here. I'm gonna do that. Anybody on here, we're gonna play our new artist song. We don't have a video for it yet. We haven't uploaded it, but we're gonna play it and hopefully enjoy it. I think Decon is gone, but all right.
He's still there. He's just like, oh, wait.
No, he's gone. So go ahead, play that song. Give us a thumbs up if you know like and subscribe, and leave any comments about where is he?
He just came in.
I don't see him.
Here, give me 1 second.
Yeah, go ahead, play the song. Actually, I gotta wait for the song.
I got there.
Okay, pairing it now. So we're getting it. You're gonna hear it. It's not. It's through my speaker, and so I can turn it up. Can I control the volume from here?
Coming from.
I never really got into like what
Right, you didn't have that problem.
you know what I'm saying?
Going on like that, yeah.
So what happened back then, whatever.
Huh?
It's turned up.
Yeah, but
Hold on, hold on. Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
all right. Giggles is handling the.
I got it right now.
All right, he's gonna play it right now. Let's see how that sounds. Turn it up if we can, because I'm not.
Been rocking on my own that night. I just been doing what I want, that's right.
Turn it up.
I do what you want, that day on me. I do what I want, but it ain't on me. Hey, she bad, she just wanna party. She a bad, she just wanna party. I've been getting faded, tweaking off the money. She been popping, hey, I might take a trip out of Mars with you. Tell her brody inside of the I'm gon' do he ain't never gon' miss. I got my brody inside of the bed on my half body slide for weeks in a dish. I told her brody them sticks in the air when I come through the bang and it be like a swing. I got LeBron in the back of this bitch with a beam on top and he never gon' miss. He want the beat with the static, we bring it on heaven, we tryna pull up where they stay. I get hard from the bitch to tell me what I'm finna do, cause I don't give a fuck. I want some cutters, we already up. I got my brother, we already up. You gotta send that boy up to the low. You send that boy, just spin it the low. Be the low, we doing that dirty. Hey, I might take a trip on the Mars with you. I don't know how these niggas hating on me. She a bad bitch, she just wanna party. 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 I do what I want, but it ain't on me. Ain't on me. Ain't on me. Ay, I do what I want, but it ain't on me. 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 She a bad bitch, she just wanna party. 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 I do what I want, why you ain't on me? Hey, ain't on me. Hey, ain't on me. Hey, I do what I want, why you ain't on me? Hey.
Right? That's gonna What everybody think of that? That's young Jboss from YG. He goes by young YJB. He's an up and coming artist. He's 19 years old. He's my I don't know how to say it, my estranged wife. We're not together at this point, and that's her daughter's boyfriend. And he's a dope rapper, and I plan on putting him on at some point. I feel like he could be a star, and he is a star. We got other songs that are better than that. More, he did a song that made me almost tear up. It was so good. He's just a natural. I brought him to the studio one day. They said he's the best rapper. I said he's never been to the studio before, and he did his whole verse without punching in. So he just did the whole thing with one take, the whole thing. So let me know what you guys think, and be posting something soon when we get some video footage of him. Looks like I lost Decon here, so it sounds 100% better in real life. Yeah, it does, but this is what we got right now. But you get the feel of it. I'd love to play his the original song that we have of him. I wonder if it would be in the Google. Check my Google account under JBoss. But so I can look for it. Anyways, so anybody got anything going on like in the hip hop they want to hear about in the future? We could do a series on, and anybody know any people that want to get on our platform that's puts I'll take people as long as I see their work ethic is good. For I'll put on our platform, and they need their music promoted on our site. We will do it as long as we like it. We'll Yeah, he has. I have him looking at the original song. It's not completely done, but when you hear that song, you'd be like, man, it's a hit song. I had it remade, and I would start drinking, and I let the engineer start putting drums in it, and it ended up not being as good as the original song. The whole beat is made on a guitar, on a string guitar, and so Um, it wasn't, um, I don't know. It definitely wasn't what the feel. It didn't have the feel. It was actually a dope song. It just didn't have that same feeling to it that the original song had. So I'm gonna try to get the original song.
There's a lot of stuff with
Alright.
January.
It would be no, it was way before January.
There's some with January.
Okay, so that's Jboss. Okay, so I might have it on here. Let me see if I got it through here, and I'll connect my phone to the Bluetooth. But while I'm doing that, anybody have um questions about or any music that we have or up and coming stuff or subject that you want us to talk about? Any questions about Cuban you want to know? Um, I can answer for you. That if I know the answer, I know a lot, but I don't know everything. He doesn't tell me everything, but I know a lot of I know all the music stuff, but that's my job. All right, let's see. Get into. I said, just bear with me, guys. If you want to hear his other music, we got one other song. This is the other song I'm willing to share with everybody, and let me just find it here. Okay, storage. Audio. Download. Download. Let me see. This. Let's see. That is not what I want. Why is this? I don't know why. I tried to use Band Labs. I never used Band Labs before.
Oh, I think so.
I can't get out of here. I don't want to use this. I get frustrated very easily. Let's try. See.
Swipe it up.
There it is. We got it.
Oh, they just found it.
Yep. So I'm gonna put it on Bluetooth. Okay. I don't even see it on here. No. There it is. Why isn't it connecting? It's not connecting.
Here, here, on.
I got it now. Hold on. That's not that. Oh,
Connect it now.
it doesn't say it. It doesn't have it on there.
Turn Bluetooth off.
There's one, but it's not the one. I don't think.
Should say it.
And that's it.
Also,
Yeah, but it's not. It says party boombox. Boom.
that's it. That's it.
Why is it not doing it?
Connect it.
It's not connecting. Now, why don't I send this to you and you do it? Send the song to you. All right. Okay.
Should be able to send it.
I did through messages. So, guys, sorry, technical difficulties. I'm terrible at this. So we got giggles. I got to learn this. Got all sorts of music on my phone, and it's acting up. I have two phones. This is my business phone. For some reason, sometimes I just don't know what I'm doing. Your phone's hooked up to it, right? You got it on your messages. Okay, so you can play it right from there. Okay, so he's loading while we're here. Yeah, another thing is like anybody who grew up here in the '90s, like as a teenager or adult. I know Italiano did. Um, because I talking about the. I can hear you still through there. Um, so he's so anyways, that was you didn't like hear about rap beefs in the '90s when I was coming up because like I said, people in the streets nowadays they take it to they take it and snitch on themselves. You know what I mean? And just like the '69 and the artists that are out now, they talk about shoot people all on social media. Right. Okay. What the so wow. All right. Well, it's right here, and that's you get my phone hooked up to it. All right. All right. So we got four people. We're losing people. It's my fault. So thank you for everybody hanging in here with us. I lost Decon somehow. I'm not really sure why. I tried to call him back. I'm not really sure what happened. But anyways, looking to play this song for you guys. It's a nice treat. It's a nice song. We can end it shortly after that. And you got it? What are you trying to do? Okay. Sure. So he says he's got it now, guys. Anybody that's on here hasn't liked it yet, go ahead and like it. And, well, this take it too long. There, I'm going to try to get back on Bluetooth. Take everything off of Bluetooth. All right, so this. Let me take Bluetooth off on here. Settings. Oh, I don't see him on here either. This. Let me do that. So now maybe I can get it to on. I feel like it's not. There, there it is. Well, I haven't had it yet. Now it just finally came. There we go. There it is, guys. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Uh, now I can play the song. You guys ready? So days I wake up wishing I was gone. Other days I can barely answer my phone.
Staying in my own game, in my zone.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Some days I wake up wishing I was gone. Other days I can barely get to my phone. Staying in my own game, in my zone. I can feel the love, but somehow I'm alone. Remember back then when I was nothing. Now they wanna hate cause they can't turn something. I remember when my pockets were so big. Sleeping like a bear, harder than afraid of my past, so filled with sin. Some days I wake up wishing I was gone. Other days I can barely answer my phone. Sitting in my own game, in my zone. I can feel the love, but somehow I'm alone. Remember baby, when I was not.
Is it too loud, Italiana? Is it like sound distorted? Let me turn it down a little bit.
Everybody wanna hang cause you keep on something. I remember when my was something. Afraid of my past, so filled with sin.
Now, how is it going now?
Go, wishing I was gone. Other days I can barely answer my phone. Sitting in my own game, in my zone. I can feel the love, but somehow I'm alone. Lay back in the bag of this SUV. Sipping on a bottle of blue UV. In the corner of a bar drinking Hennessy. Cause I don't want nobody trying to talk to me. I remember I was scared of a pregnancy. In the middle of the winter, my infant baby. All because no one had that talk to me. I remember when the Lord came and walked with me. I got demons in my head, yeah, that's stalking me.
That's pretty much it. I'm sorry it sounded distorted, Italiana. The song was dope. It's we haven't mixed that song down yet. That was the issue, but that's another song we have. I had it professionally done, but you know, we've got a bunch of new songs that we're going to be coming up with. I actually got a song that I rapped on, but I made a Trump song, and um, I've never rapped before. It was supposed to be funny, but anyways, welcome to anybody on here. If you haven't done so, like, subscribe, appreciate that. So we've been talking about the '90s and the early 2000s about rap beefs, and I grew up in the era of um, I grew up in the era of the West Coast, East Coast, West Coast, and it was the real deal. If I have to tell my story again, not a lot of people on here. You could check one of our earlier on in this video, so I don't go on about that. But it was really serious back then, and nowadays people are ratting on themselves. So I'm gonna end this um with in one of our songs that I'm gonna end it with a Cuban Link song. Um, see if we can my thing's not working. End this with a come on. It's not working. There it goes. Do you have control of it?
Huh?
It's not working.
Oh, because hold on, I gotta turn everything turned on.
Oh, I do.
Hold
All
on.
right.
I'll turn it back on.
So we're gonna play. I don't know. I think everybody enjoys Letter to the Point too. Pull the speaker way back because it was kind of crystal clear before. Like it made it distorted to be so close. So let me turn the camera around and we're gonna get ready. And this is gonna be. I'm gonna play Letter to Pun 2. I'm gonna get that set up so I can use the mouse. He has control of it right now. So I got to set up the Bluetooth and what? Turn the Bluetooth back on. Get connected. And JBL Party Box, right? All right, there we go. So, come home, go to our channel, go to letter to point two. Oh, where is it? Videos. Letter to point two. Here we go. Case of the commercial. Coming out of sounds.
Jboss Entertainment. We lit chat.
What up, Slim? You know, I had to write you another letter to letter part two. Because there's always three sides to a story. But there's only one truth. There's three sides to a story. When it's real, you can tell it. The other thing about the truth is that you don't gotta sell it. It outweighs any type of lie when you scale it. You can feel it deep in your soul when you inhale it. What up, friend? What up, brother Cuban is back out of the game. You know what happens when I go and grab that fat in the can. I lay words together, snatch them and brain. I've been lyrical assassin on the tap into that passion within. I've been a hike though, living my life, taking it quite slow. Trying to let the Bible guide me through this blinding light show. Full of smoke and mirrors, it's so hard to choose the right road. Hoping that my lyrics reach your spirit through this mic, bro. I know you've been upstairs watching for almost 20 years. And you with the kid after you made a millionaires. And then what it appears, this game is faker than veneers. I wonder when it rains, is it true they're shedding tears? I wrote this letter here to clear the air for all the listeners. Discussing all the squads, that's the saying that they missing us. It's really tough getting back to what that vision was. I wish it never happened, but it's fiction. Sides to a story when it's real, you could tell it. The thing about the truth is that you don't gotta sell it. It outweighs any type of lie when you scale it. And you can feel it deep in your soul when you inhale it. You sides to a story when it's real, you could tell it. The thing about the truth is that you don't gotta sell it. It outweighs any type of lie when you scale it. And you can feel it deep in your soul when you inhale it. I stay thinking about you. When you was here, it was hard to doubt you. Once your mind was made up, ain't no way to go without you. I'ma shout you out, twin, forever, cause I'm proud to. And I'ma rep your image even when I'm not allowed to. The words wrote a song about you, brought his heart up to his fans. Showed him all the story that was hard to understand. It wasn't in his plans to paint you as a bad man. He just spoke the truth of what he did and took his last stand. Amanda going hard, she always been a star. She went from selling shades to getting paid for spitting hard. Vanessa's on the job, building up a catalog. Little Phil plays guitar, rapping, singing out for God. And if you got my heart pounding extra, cause the pressure. That's your little niece to be reminding me of Cheshire. How's it still my sister, so you know I gotta stress her. Keep her in my prayers, hoping God bless her. Shots to a story when it's real, you can tell it. The thing about the truth is that you don't gotta sell it. It outweighs any type of lie when you scale it. And you can feel it deep in your soul when you inhale it. Shots to a story when it's real, you can tell it. The thing about the truth is that you don't gotta sell it. It outweighs any type of lie when you scale it. And you can feel it deep in your soul when you inhale it. You inhale it. There's no love. Told you it's my the reason I'm here. Salute you, thank you. There's no love. Don't worry, your brother's yours. So the right place, the right place. In the right place, the right part, in the right part. Yeah, yeah, it's no love. Yeah. We stop until you get that street name out of you. You know that. You hear. We gonna celebrate your life, not your death, not your death. My living, my living.
Wow. So that was the letter to point two for people that haven't heard it. Dope song. Thanks for everybody that has stayed here and probably heard this song again. We've had quite a few people in here. You know, it doesn't look. It'd probably be better if I go on by myself because it looks. You know, when I have guests on here, sometimes you can't see them um and Big Pump Forever is right in the hearts. That's right, Italian. But if you want, Italian, I'll send you the original version of that song that I was playing of Young JB and or YJB, Young J Boss. And so you could hear it. It's a tearjerker. It's not completely done yet, but I'll see if I can send it to your DM on Instagram. So, I don't know who else is on here, but I think we're gonna end that on this note. And uh, you guys have a great night, and thanks for watching. And tell your friends about Jboss Ent, and if you want, you can share this video when it comes out. You know, it's gonna be. I mean, it's out now. I mean, you can share the live. It was pretty dope. I mean, we've had better ones, but little technical issues. That's what happens when you're set up with the cameras and all that other stuff. And when I'm trying to do everything. So, all right, everybody have a good night. J Boss out. Love y'all. Peace. Have a good night.